let's do this.
You will enjoy this assignment. It is the most constructive that I've awarded in quite some time. With Gaul finally integrated into the Empire, we are free to expand our northern boundary to its logical extreme, Britannia. Yes, Romans have gone there in the past, but never before with the intention of establishing a permanent presence. I grant you a huge, fertile province in which to build a major port city, to be called Londinium. In keeping with the richness of this new province, I expect you to achieve very high ratings. The barbarians who live on Britannia thought their island would always keep them safe from the Roman Empire. They are likely to be very upset when they see the magnificence of Londinium. Be sure you prepare for armed resistance. Some of the tribes there are laughably weak, but the Kelts might give you some trouble.
Alright, thank you for the lowdown, Caesar. Now I'll give my own. Welcome to Londinium. The map is enormous. The map is also extremely fertile. Some of it is on this island, and you might reasonably think that it's not very useful being on this island, but this island has loads of room to both grow crops and build up nice housing blocks. Also, the lack of sound always makes me nervous, so let's get that on. It's the farmland to the north that is the true blessing. Alright, forget all this stuff, because that's a little out of your way. But this is so healthy and so abundant and available. There's no rocks or anything, judging how you can build. It's the most sandbox map outside of Valencia. The only thing that makes this a bit more tricky than Valencia is that you're in a northern map, so you won't be able to get double the food out of wheat, but that's a problem we can face later. Yep, huge amount of land. You can build what you want. Your raw materials are clay pit and timber yard, so that's plenty for getting housing built up. You're going to need to import stuff for weaponry and import your marble, but that won't be a problem because we have two land routes, one to Lindum and one to, yeah, that one. And that means we can get our marble straight away, and they buy a ton of weaponry for us, which is good because they sell iron to us, so this is just wonderful. Actually makes it a bit strange why they buy more weapons than we could produce with the iron that we are sold. But with this in mind, I should probably just open up my trade routes straight away, since that is money I'm going to have to spend. Might just open the one for now, because things could get tricky. I'm a little torn on this. Well, I know I want to open this trade route, because look at that. They'll buy 40 wood and 40 pottery. That is a ton. Now, what difficulties does this map provide us with? Well, if we scour the outside, we can see that enemies will probably come from here and here. They wouldn't come from the north because it's blocked off. These look a little too small. So, just by looking at the map, this is possible. No, it's completely blocked off, so there would not be an invasion coming from here. Okay, we know all invasions are going to come from the east then. It's a good educated guess to make. And we'll be getting our immigrants coming in from here. So immigrants have quite a while to go to get to wherever we establish ourselves. But we lack money to start off with here. That's something I'm going to have to change very swiftly. Now these guys will import 40 from us. Now it's going to take 5 clay pits and 5 timber yards just to fulfill that. And even so, I don't think we'll be able to fulfill that given the length that they have to travel. They have to go all the way around this waterway to enter and leave our map. So the first thing I need to do is generate loads of dosh. That's my favorite thing to do in any game, let alone this one. So, how am I gonna have this then? Plenty of room for industry here, so what will I do? Okay, I think maybe I can feed people using this, but my people don't deserve food just yet. I will have to keep in mind that I do want to expand it this way. So if I come off of this later on, and for now I can just... I'm setting speed way down, giving this a little trim. Did I trim the right place? Of course I didn't. Let's trim it right there then. And then we can have plenty of wood here. No, wood there isn't what I'm after, actually, thinking about it. There's plenty of wood over here, though. Alright, just how far can our clay pits reach? Pretty far. Pretty damn far, in fact. Okay, I got it. I see it all now. So, first thing I'm doing is trying to actually get myself some money, because I love money. So, I think this should suffice us. We're gonna need people here. Gonna need a fair few people. What am I trying to figure out here? I might be going overboard with the number of people that I'm having here, but needs must. I guess we could include some people living here. Get rid of this. And have this coming around, because I'm going to want another block off of this. Industry first. It's a bit nasty, and I think I have been called out on this before, that we force people to live in pure squalor at the very start. But it's just how I operate. 1, 2. And that should be plenty. Okay, looking good, but it could look better. I have an idea for that, but it's only an idea at this point in time. This will give labor force for everybody. Might not be enough people, given the huge amount that I actually want to produce right at the start. Yeah, I could see it not being enough. But having more people isn't as simple as just throwing down more of these. It's exactly as simple as throwing down more of these. Then again, I could have wood produced here and they'd still get labor from here, wouldn't they? Yes, yes they would. Wood. Alright, that's a different way to go about it, but it is a way to go about it, and probably the one that I'll pick. Alright, so this square will be unnecessary except for building extra buildings. I'll go with that. Jake, you should Brexit the Roman... Make sure your patricians live in the East End. What, over here, so they can witness the attacks. I'll be sure to do that. Repeat the mistakes of one of our previous maps. Okay, still don't feel like I have enough houses here though. Just a haunting suspicion. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, I need that Denari set up ASAP. Oh, I know what I can do with this area. I've got a brilliant idea, in fact. First, we're going to need an engineer's post, and all we need is the engineer post. Well, I mean, we need a doctor, of course, but what I'm saying is I don't need a prefecture, since there is no risk of fire here. And that is a lovely thing to have be the case. The gods will be angry if I don't placate them with their accursed temples, so we'll give it to them. These people might eventually be given food and other necessities, so we'll give them Venus de Milo for now. I want that all kept fine, and I can probably use this for recruitment as well. Yes, I'll use this as a jack of all trades loop. People are going to start coming in, and if I'm not mistaken, there are going to be wolves hanging around here. Maybe I am mistaken. It's a northern map, so there are wolves like these guys. They will eat our immigrants. Well, acceptable losses and all that, but I do think they're going to be a real issue. To the point where I will probably want a fort very early. But what I know that I'm going to need a lot of are clay pits. So we'll establish those. 5 of them. Now I'm going to put my hands up straight away. You remember all the clay pit flooded events that we had in our previous city? I have forcibly removed them from this map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what does that mean? It means I'm gonna save myself like 400 denarii from clay pits that flooded in. There you go. There's my 400 denarii. Now we're even. It can be done with hex editing the save file for the map. It's astonishingly simple to do, really. So we want all these immigrants coming in. I really don't think there's going to be enough with this number of houses that I've put down. I would really quite like to put more, actually. And there's no point in taxing these people. But for once in my life, I have remembered to give them doctors, and I've remembered to give them religion, so things can't go that badly, can they? I'm going to get a warehouse slapped down right here.
Spare a little bread?
No, no I could not. And you will accept nothing but pottery. Similarly, I'm going to smack you down, and our 5 timber yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, man, I can count well today. Supermorph didn't completely break me. I should have seen this coming. Yes, they are eating our population. Well, this is really, really bad news for me, so what can I do about it? Well, for starters, I can remember to set my salary nice and low, and give the rest to the city. And then we're going to need a barracks, and we're going to need a fort to kill these wolves. Now I suspect the battles will be coming here. It'll be a bit of a cheap shot to snipe them, so we'll have you there for now. Okay, knowing that this is going to have to come first, we're going to set our... Oh wait, people don't live here. Oh wait, no, you still get your labor access from that. So they're eating our traders, they're eating our immigrants, the wolves are eating everything. Haha, they're even eating our people here. Thankfully, them eating people here does not... Wait, I thought I set up javelins. That's awful. Oh well, we're about to go into debt. Please kill the wolves.
You got through those funds quickly.
Well, that was a tragic mistake, but oh well. We might be able to kill them with the numbers that we have here, though. I'll wait till we get a 9th, because 9's a lucky number. Just ask Cherno. See, if I'd been clever enough to stick some javelineers here, we'd have this done in no time. Oh well, at least we can start filling out our industry, because money is what I need. They're still eating us somewhere. Here we go. Oh, you're not getting away from my horses. We will not be glued to the... Oh, shoot. Maybe they are getting away from my horses. Javelins are so much better suited for that. Well, very soon we're going to fill up on pottery, and everything will be fine. Except we're really short on employees, so I'm actually going to call Canny on the pottery right now. And then these can fill up with clay. Get that done first. Jings, these guys are fighting like trash. So, a terrible start to Londinium, due to my errors here. But hey, the best I can do is learn from it. Really though, where did those wolves get to? Here they are, still eating immigrants. We're badly shaken apparently now. We're getting back to the fort until we become slightly less badly shaken. So the wood is coming on in nicely, so I'm going to export all of it, except maybe 4 units. It's always nice to have some in reserve. Wood does not make a lot of money for us. It makes really not much money for us. Okay, you're all terrified now. Man, how did I manage to make these accidentally? This map does have nasty things found in your water supplies, though. Alright, you know what? Forget you guys. I do need javelins. Javelins don't get all scared in the face of a few wolves. That's also bad. Didn't mean to have you stock up on pottery. Or clay, rather. Let's turn this industry back on. And it can soak up some of the unemployment. Some, because we still have unemployment. But that's their problem and not mine. If anything, it's good for me. I'm very interested to see where things merge here, because I think I want to keep this as a nice block for people. Now, where did those wolves get to? Wow, it's like they're multiplying, except I know that they're not. Okay, well that really gimped the start of this. I wonder if these will merge. It would be nice if they did. They do not. Okay, never mind that then. Alright. Kill them. Give them backup. Badly shaken. What a joke of an army. Makes me wonder how hard it was really to get rid of these wolves. Alright, well this is an embarrassment to the start of Londinium. What takes down the mighty and feared Roman army? A bunch of Breton wolves. There we go, that should be the end of the ones that are immediately a threat to us. So we're piling up on pottery now, which is exactly what I'd planned, so now we can trade away some of it. I think Caesar asks for pottery in this, so let's try and keep some for ourselves. And that'll be plenty of exports to generate money for us, whilst I try to think where we go from here. I would honestly like this to be a place that I build up, but how? Building on fertile land never really feels good because you feel like you're wasting some perfectly good land that you could use for growing crops. Speaking of wasting though, maybe I should get that military academy. How are we doing on over our unemployment of 1%? I don't think wells that I set up here are going to do that much, but these guys are next to temples. Except for these guys that are next to barracks, and nobody likes living next to the barracks. Jake, it was neither the Achates or the Javelineers that were feared in the Roman army. Now you're just hurting their feelings. Alright, well hopefully they can still fend off whatever comes our way. But if I want to expand to here, and I do, I'm gonna have to build bridges. How much does a bridge here cost? 480. That's acceptable. And people can walk down here. And then I can set this up. Then again, that doesn't let people march across here very quickly now, does it? Okay, that's a better way. It's also more expensive. But it means immigrants can make their way here a lot faster. And there's already a route here. And it's going to allow me to rip these wolves to shreds. So let's establish our military academy. So now our people will actually be trained. All we need is one unit, and the whole lot gets trained, provided the military academy is actually functional. So there we go. They have been sufficiently trained. And... huh. Oh, that's right. Wages have gone up and I have to at least match that. So the important thing is the ordering here. I have put the pottery warehouse before the wood warehouse so that they're hopefully going to buy up all the pottery that they can before they start buying wood, because pottery is extremely more valuable than wood. I would also like to get my weapons industry on the go. That's right, people aren't given food, but they're told to work hard for me, which means you will accept only weapons and iron. And I will have workshops for you. How many workshops? I don't know. How much iron will you give me? Or rather, how many weapons will you buy? That's more important. 40? No, it's not more important. It's the 25 here that matters. And I will need... Yeah, how many weapon workshops can 25 bits of iron a year feed? One weapon workshop will make 0.4 weapons per month. So 4.8 per year. So 5, right? 5 weapon workshops. What an ugly place to live. And I guess to work, since they're working here as well. So let's get more plebs. More plebs are needed after all. I also don't like how long it's taking them to go around here. I can actually save myself some time by having this as a route. So I'm actually going to be sneaky here and aqueduct this. And now that's actually going to save time for my traders coming through my city, because they're going to go up here rather than up and along. It's very clever, I agree. Also, I think we have enemies at the door, so maybe now is not the best time to be faffing about with wolves. Excellent. And we even have the pottery to send off to Caesar to go and tell him to do one. I think I'm going to remember this little trick of giving... Hold on. It doesn't want to let me give 500 to the city. Oh, it's because I don't have 500, you fool. Giving most of my money to the city, and then it makes giving a gift to Caesar that much cheaper. That's swell. It would help if I remembered to import the iron as well. And I'm not playing on the ball. I think, there we go. Now in comes the iron. Plenty of it as well. It'll be replaced with weapons, and it's tempting to make some legionnaires, but I know I won't need them for a while. The Kelts might give me some trouble, he said, but I don't think they'll give us much trouble. Put the warehouse in the wrong place, so I should have put it here to make it quicker for you to get to, but that's not too much of an inefficiency. Where are we? We're in March. And already they bought 16 of my pottery. That's keeping us financially afloat. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with this. Except for the whole, you know, enemies at the door. Maybe I'll fight the wolves anyway. How will I go across, though? This seems like a good enough way. Now, if I know wolves like I know wolves, they're immediately going to take advantage of this and run across. Huh, they aren't. Well, let's meet them on battle, and we'll meet our foes in battle. Who are you? Celtic warriors. Come and get some. I'm more interested in how the wolf battle's going to go. It's like this is a really strong hold. Alright, they're sitting ducks there. Silly island dwellers. Never stood a chance. Couldn't even kill one of us. It's a good thing I got my academy training done when I did. The wolves fought better than they did. Wolves actually managed to give me a casualty. Okay, so I need to start thinking how I want to build up this island, because I do want people to start eating around here. Hell, believe it or not, I want people to start eating around here. Yeah, maybe that's a more laudable goal. Actually have all of our citizens eat, so I don't have to do this whole balancing act anymore. Actually tried to draw a border around you like this was Europa. Silly. Jake, what were the name of those Kelts again? I wasn't paying attention to that. Whoa, and I wasn't paying attention to this. Let's not engage them face first with our javelins. There we go. Didn't kill a horse, couldn't kill a rabbit. Lovely. Aye, maybe I should feed these guys. The thing is, this eats into a lot of my labor, so... means I would have to give them water as well. You know I'm not the water-giving kind of guy. And again, it's not that many mouths to feed if I just keep them in relative squalor. Still tricky, though. Oh well, something to be figured out. No, I would like to get this figured out properly. Let's get rid of you. And maybe just have a road coming up here, since I will want it all connected. Do you guys merge together nicely? I'm confident this won't mess up any walkers here. There are no walkers to worry about. Nah, they don't want to merge. Maybe these guys will merge. Well, that solves things. Might have to shift this whole thing down if that's the case. How about you? What's your status towards merging? Or yours? Ah, well, you're no fun. Okay. The rats are going to be a problem if I ever let up on my city health, so I have to make sure it's pretty much perfect at all times. Denarii is flowing in though, thanks to exports.
If I don't get some food soon, I'm leaving this city.
You're kidding me, right? He really is. He's not going to leave the city. Alright, what'll I do here? I still want to get food for these guys. But I also want to set up a block down here. I don't want these guys turning to crime. Well, you know what? If I just keep taxes non-existent and wages high, they're not going to turn to crime. Let's just keep them nice and very high. Okay, this means I have to figure out what I'm building here. So, there's one other thing I want to touch on before I start building willy-nilly, and that's the issue of a dock. Now, most of the places that are good for docks are over in this side, which means boats would have to come in through this is their entry point, and go all the way around until they get to about here, and then I can finally have docks. If I wanted to build it on this side, I couldn't. That is not a valid dock site, they wouldn't get in there. And yeah, this all looks pretty terrible for it. However, there's a point here and a point here. And this is where my dock is going to be, I think. I hope. Yes. This is where my dock is going to be. I'll suss that out later. But why that's important is because we can only get oil and wine from overseas. Good old French oil and French wine. That'll come in handy for us. It also means I don't have to invest in expensive ship bridges along the way, because the ships are just going to come in and out. The trouble is, if the ships had to sail all the way around here, they'd then have to sail all the way back, and there'd be such a downtime between ships that, well, it would just take a long time, alright. I think we could do with some legionnaires. I'm feeling it. Not more mounted forces though, they just aren't good. But that should be plenty to keep us safe for a fair while. Okay, but I have not thought how I want my block or blocks here to be. It's kind of shaped nicely for a square here and leading into a something here, but I always do figures. What if I put my people here? What if I put my people here, really? Alright, I'll just make a shape, see what sticks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Does that leave enough space for things on the side? It does. Is that going to leave much space for anything, really? Hard to judge. Seems like it could be longer, and I wouldn't really suffer for it like G did. I could branch off into farms here. It kind of has more area here, but then I could put my houses here and have all the farming coming in from here. But if I want labor access here, then I know I have to have houses here. Alright, let's work on that assumption then. So if there are going to be houses here, then what exactly? One, two, another one. I'll have people here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The reason I do the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 is that I'm thinking I'll have a 2 by 2 here, and then 3 by 3 here, and then space for 2 by 2 here. But that'll come later. I like having slightly disjointed shapes. Makes me feel like I'm doing something unique in my life, which is never normally the case. Is that going to leave enough farming space? I'm just going to have to trust that it will. It'll be a bit cramped, maybe, but I'll figure out the rest. Okay, I did clear out all the wolves. Still more wolves to the north that I would love to kill. A trick a lot of people do is just to aqueduct them in, and then they can't move, but I don't like doing that. The wolves are there to put some kind of strain on your economy. It's like telling me I'm overdoing it on the wood. I'll chop one of them down. Since I can't actually sell enough wood, it's November right now, and yeah, they just don't have the capacity, because these traders can only hold 8 of one item. Or 8 items in total, I should say.
There's no space for this lot. No, I love coming here. Business is going very well.
Oh, it's probably going extremely well for both of us. Alright, so what'll I do here? Maybe I'll have them all merge. Which is expensive, because it means I have to build a lot of tents to find out where they merge. Because I'm still not good enough to do it just by looking. This is where planning your city really helps. Because you can just, well, plan it out rather than doing it just by spending money here. Save scumming would also help. But I'm never interested in a solution, or, yeah, never interested in a solution where save scumming is what one wants to do. That was unnecessary, actually. I can just build these where there are spaces. I'll get the immigrants to come in. Come on, immigrants. Plenty of jobs for you here. They bought it. I'm gonna start needing more temples very soon. And maybe, just maybe, some marble for said temples. I think this is what'll happen. You are going to start taking the iron. No, you just take the marble. Let's not complicate things further. And we'll import a touch of marble. This is going to be expensive. It's going to cost me like 2 grand. Making me wonder, do I really need the marble right now? And the answer is I do not. I'll be ready for it, but I don't need it right now. Cheaper thing to do is just build up temples at the moment. And wherever there is space, say a 2x2 which will not form together, I will stick down the temple for all of you. Putting it on this side seems like a terrible idea. I'll put it on this side. The reason it seemed like a terrible idea up at the top... now that was an even worse idea, sticking you there. I'll stick you here. The reason it would be a bad idea here is because I want to have a line of road coming this... Why did I just do that? I want to have a line of road coming along here that collects labour access from these fellows. A lot more people to the north are merging than I was planning, but as long as none of these guys merge, then I can work with that, or I can just get very brutal with the delete tool. It'll all work out for me in the end, I'm certain. 1x1s we don't like. They consume more pottery and furniture than 2x2s. 4 times as much, in fact. Those wolves are going to get on me nerves. Let's use our battle-hardened legionnaires and tell them to work on it. That's a daft thing to do, really, because we should just send in troops that don't cost resources, but I want to see my legionnaires in battle, and so they shall. Alright, they did merge there, so that's actually not so good for me. It goes against my plan. Unless I want to delete them, and I don't really want to. Has Jake been trucking much recently? Jake has not been trucking much recently. I'm going to need houses over here as well for labour access for the dock that I'm sure I'm going to build there someday. I could just build a road that leads here, or I could have a gatehouse here. So many choices. I don't really like using gatehouses, but I think I will. Seems like a good place for it anyway. And then the gatehouse can lead into a what's it? A granary. No real space for lots of marketplaces here. I might get very brutal with the delete tool. So how will it go? I want everybody who's a farmer to walk past these guys, which means I can have a very liberal amount of farms around here. Very liberal indeed. One, two, three. Splat. Damn right I won't be forgotten. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this can be as long as I want it to be. 1, 2, 3. 1. Ugh, terrible at counting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's pretty good. We even got room for farms at the top. This will feed into a granary here, which can feed these guys. And you know what? It can even trundle along here and feed everybody. Because I can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and have another square around here. If the granary is going to be in the middle. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll have tons of farming going on, and they will all get access to people here. Then again, what if I have a granary that's over here? Such as, what if you're somebody here, you're bumbling around, but you actually want to hit up the granary that's over here? That I could solve just with this. maybe like this. An unorthodox shape. I don't know what to make of it personally, but I'll be making it. I'll just fill in the blanks later on. Looks almost acceptable. Poor people here just... Oh wait, shoot, I did not build two important things. One is an engineer's post that needs to go down right now. Otherwise the Venus temple is going to fall over. Risks, damage.
These structures were in poor condition. I came along just in time.
The other is a doctor's. Is there another 1x1? Of course there is. And down you go. That'll keep everyone good. I want to feed these guys. Everything is going on fine over in Tent Town, which will be raised and re-erected as probably Grand Insulae Town in the future. But this level is very lenient in the starting resources it gives you. I mean, you can very quickly build up what you need. I'm a firm believer in having lots and lots of unemployment because it gives you a lot of leeway. If I were to plan out the city much more methodically, then I would certainly not be doing this because it gives me more people than I need, more money that I have to thump down at the start. Like, it was bad that I had to take the bailout from Caesar, and I feel bad about that. But just a little. So if these guys here make vegetables and these guys here make wheat, then we should be good. And the wheat thing can go here, I guess? Or here? Does this make more sense? Either way, market goers are going to have a long way to travel. Not necessarily a problem. Yeah, so you'll go there, and... I wonder if this will be fine here. I want to see if this merges. I'd be happy if it did. But then lots of things make me happy. Wait, that was stupid. That gets in the way of exactly what I'm trying to make here. Unless I clip this, but then what's the point? Oh well. One engineer post should cover, frankly, most of this. And you will accept vegetables and nothing but. Now, vegetable farms are unpleasant things to live nearby. These poor sods are just going to have to put up with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many people will end up being able to feed here, but that's as many as I'm putting down for. I'm going to be quite savage with houses and just brutalize them as and when I need to. But whilst I could have this, maybe the better thing... No, actually, this might be a great idea. Might be an amazing idea, actually. When introducing a second type of food, you always have these problems with evolution and devolution, but what if I already had these guys fed on veggies, and then I later had these guys connect up together to get each other's food? It's a brilliant idea, potentially. I've never tried it before, so we'll see if it ends up just being an awful idea. That would be funny. That's not a good idea, or is it? Dunno is the answer. Wheat is the highest priority kind of food. Market goers will try to get wheat when at all possible. And And your people will eat wheat. If they have wheat and vegetables, they will eat wheat. So this is the granary that will accept only wheat. This will fill up with wheat, and it will feed these fellows. And why not these fellows? I never did figure out where water is going. I can stick water in later. A wishy-washy concern for the future. It does really interest me where things are going to merge and where things will not merge, though. I might get rid of them just preemptively, because I do not like one-by-ones. Filthy, dirty unemployment. This one's kind of alright where it is, so I'll worry about that in the future. These guys might even merge together if I stick 2 houses there. They claim they're too far from the road, but I don't listen to people's claims. For all I know, these ones will merge together. They will not. Maybe these ones will. Again, they will not. Okay, looking pretty good on mergers here. Looking pretty amazing on mergers here, actually. Well, to a degree. I'm throwing a lot down here. It's costing me a lot more money than I really should. If I was a clever and long-term considerer here, I'd build all these. I would make note of where they merge, and then I would load before and then only build them where they merge. But I don't have the time or the patience for that kind of planning. Not on this map. Really though, I did not leave myself much room for building water. Water could go here, bit of a waste of good farmland though. It's not really a waste stuck here or here. Wow, that's an amazing place to put it. That gets everyone here. That just leaves these sorry souls. And if there's ever one that won't merge here, I can just slap it there. Huh, nice. Jake, is there any threats on this map, like filthy natives or something? Nope, just the barbarians who will invade us from time to time. Okay, gods are about to get angry at us again. They are currently displeased. Ceres. Neptune. Mercury. Mercury can go here. Mars. Venus. And lastly, to the true god, Marble. I choose you. I can't wait to eradicate Tent Town. It's just so ugly. It's painful. Right, any more 1x1s that need to go? Because you guys need to go. How many are we looking at here, really, though? Now, I said I didn't mind these, but I kind of mind them. Let's get rid of most of them. I'll leave the one because he can grow up on his own accord. But I'm looking at what? Starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Quite a few. I'm sure I'll have to count that again. That's later, though. Are you going to merge? Why would you ever merge? Not sure if I tried this, but I would like to try this. Looks alright, though. Not amazing, but it looks alright. They're going to want to start eating, though. They're going to want to start eating about 6 years ago. But I am the one that decides these things. Marketplaces, a 1, a 2, And 3... it's kind of a nice place to put it, but then so is this. Closer is almost always better, so I'll go with closer. This is more tricky because either I put my marketplaces far away or I raise these houses. I'll stick them close enough by, but I will stick perhaps more than one would normally. Here we go. Looking borderline acceptable. Now I wonder if they take food when there's not a immediate demand for food. Strictly going to keep my legionnaires as backup here, because I'm pretty confident in our mighty javelineers. Bretons. I had completely forgot to check the names there. Might as well make a save before things go terribly bad. London stream. Why are you guys below? Oh, I sent you up there to fight wolves and forgot about you, didn't I? That's really funny. Okay, good. Marketplaces do stock up on food. This is good news for me because it means I can do this gradually. Also, have I got my marble? Yes, I have. Means, for example, I'm going to stick an oracle here because I can. I'm going to stick an oracle here also because I can. Ignore the warning that says this road needs, this building needs road access. It does not. I decide who needs road access. It's often hard to judge where water goes if you're me. Could have one by one buildings aplenty here if I wanted to. Oh nice, they did merge together. Cool. Large statues in the middle go a long way for desirability. It's really, really good. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should get everyone. Only these poor people are not watered. Oh, well, there's also these folks up north. Which means I could get you 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just a little outside of range there, sadly. Maybe I can get rid of you. Maximizing the efficiency of your fountains does wonders. Sadly, some of us are not very good at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fountains for all of this is about too many. For some experienced city builders, they could get all of this in 2 fountains. Not this specific layout, but they would make a layout where 2 fountains would work. So I actually am going to keep them at Hovelly stage. And I'm going to ensure that the food is stable. I'm doing this because there's no reason not to. There's no pressing hurry. I'm certainly not racing anybody here. I got all this unemployment to drink up. Okay, so same story here. Where could you go? Yeah, that seems like an almost too good position to stick you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That works as well. If you're wondering what I was counting there, the reservoir has a range of 10. And fountains have a range of 4. The stuff you learn around here. Oh, that's so close. If I didn't have this tent here... Oh well, you can go there then. Well, that's unnecessarily close, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's time for large statues, because everyone loves large statues. And that takes care of everything if you're not a 1x1. Bear in mind, I have no love for 1x1s, so away they go. Far away they go. Seems suspicious for merging, but it does, however, give me space if I just brutalize them. Gonna keep that 1x1 just because it's cute. And I kind of like these guys, so I'm going to keep them. I will allow them to grow up in the future. So, like I said... Oh, shoot, I put down the wrong kind of farms here. Vegetables, please. So, slight bonus of not being in a central or desert map. Because wheat grows slowly, I can afford to put it further away from the granaries than I normally otherwise would. And this is certainly further away than I normally otherwise would. Oracle clock. Oracle o'clock, rather. What do you think about the other games in the series, Pharaoh and Zeus? I played Pharaoh, didn't really care for it. Zeus, I think I played a little bit of. I also played the other one, Emperor or Empire, one or t'other. But they just, none of them had the charm that Caesar had. I fell in love with Caesar. The others simply cannot take that place so easily. A shame, I want to smack down oracles, I just didn't really leave myself space for it, since I know I'm going to need those spaces for other buildings. Could throw them down here, but it feels like a bit of a waste. I mean, it's not like the gods are angry, but they will be. I could just make a, hey, I'm a cheap son of a gun loop. Like a, look at me, I don't want to waste marble and money on temples kind of loop. Also, I don't really have the space for it. Since these only need 2 employees each, I don't feel too bitter about throwing these down. Or really, should I? This is my choice to make. Because who's good at city building on the fly? Not this guy. There we go, that'll do. So, the food situation will stabilize out. All these people will get their food, they'll eat very happily. These guys are eating vegetables, these guys are eating wheat. I feel like I'm a little underproducing the wheat, but it's hard to say, really. I mean, I have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. 24 means I'm going to need like at least 12 of these. And I've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Overproducing food is the best kind of producing food. Besides, they're just going to have to share.
Pushing carts all day long takes energy. How's a cart pusher supposed to carry on without food?
Really feels like the vegetables aren't keeping up. And a little space there, who knows, I might throw down an oracle just so these people know that they grow food for the gods. So it's all looking groovy there. Since this is a great place for an amphitheatre, that's a good enough reason to stick an amphitheatre there. Similarly, is there a good place for 3x3 here that isn't... I kind of need to leave a space here. And it's wasteful. And this is going to be taken up. So really you're going to come in this way and come down here. So I have got 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that makes that a bad place to put the amphitheatre. These people are not going to get coliseums. They will get theatres and amphitheatres and they will like it. There we go. Didn't I feel like I needed an extra marketplace here? 3 might not be enough. Can't really say. What I can, however, say is that I'm going to need a lot of a lot of warehouses here. Now they are not going to have a long journey to go to get furniture, nor to get pottery, because this place is going to be the central production for all my pottery and all my furniture. That's something I can worry about later. I don't want these guys to produce their own stuff. I think we can make do just fine with getting warehouses. Still though, this would be a lot better if I had an extra bit of space here, because then I could flood this thing with warehouses. 1, 2... Oh, I did actually forget that, Caesar. Here you go. Why don't I send you a gift as well? I'm gonna give, how much money do I have? 485. Give 280 to the city, and then I'll send you a nice gift, and Caesar is lovely and happy. Yeah, I'm thinking how I could better use this space if I simply toned down on the amount of food here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This might be a little dangerous, but only a little. And then if I also go down to here, then hey presto, I have a lot of space for warehouses. 1, 2, 3. Fudge. I'm not going to delete them or anything, they will slowly put their wheat into the granaries. Honestly, just 2 of them getting furniture and pottery should be plenty. So I might as well make that you and you. You can just not accept anything for now. Actually, this one becomes a bit surplus to requirement to that stage. But just in case, I'll have you get furniture and pottery, because we have the space for it. Now they want education. These guys apparently don't get enough entertain. No, there we go. Amphitheater kicks in. Jake, I've got to go. Thanks for the stream. I'll watch the rest later on VOD. Well, you're welcome, James Chase. I love Caesar 3. I will play it until I stop loving. No, that's a little too close to marriage. I will play it for a long, long time. I'm going to give these guys schools. 1 on either end should cover everybody. I don't think 1 school here would cover everybody, but I want to know if it will. School, education, how far do you go? Amazing, it covers the whole block. I'm happy about that. I am happier than you can comprehend about that. Here you go, I have some statues. Everybody loves statues. Anyone else find that really creepy? Let's get rid of these statues. Have some gardens. These guys are very unhappy because they live right smack bang next to the reservoir. People don't like living next to reservoirs. I am going to plaza them up ahead of time because I know they're going to want it. That'll give them an extra 8, 9, 10. I think it's 10 or 12 desirability there. Should be good. You're also going to be particularly unhappy because you live next to all these farms, so I will also give you all the plaza you could ever want. Looking good. Now I'll let them fill up with pottery as well, whilst I consider my employment situation. I am drinking unemployment here, so I think it's high time we turn Tent Town into something a bit more productive. I feel like pulling the whole thing down a bit, but maybe not. The thing is, none of these buggers want to merge, and I want them to merge. I want to have a little central point of... I mean, these guys merge. These guys are on point. Which is good, because these guys can pass through here, but... I suppose it doesn't really matter if they merge if I force them to merge. Also, you know what I've been neglecting? My army. Alright. Show them what's for. And this time we will not forget to check the names of our enemies. We have Simon the Terrifying, Kenneth the Fastidious, Long Fu the Mysterious, the Celt of course, Greybeard, John the Pain, Steve the Capitulator. These names are too good. They don't deserve to be this good. Engage. This is still tight enough for me to think I need more legionnaires. I know they're legionaries. Not sure if we took many casualties. I don't really count horses as casualties. Looks acceptable though. Good, we got our pottery flooding in. We have no furniture. I will put my hands up and admit, yes, I have been neglecting the furniture trade. That is a wrong that I can right. First off, by destroying our temple to Ceres, because we love her that much. Workshops, furniture, make it happen. We'll need a warehouse to stick it all in. Now excuse me. All of this industry is probably going to change where it is. Unless walkers are more generous than I remember them being. So how's this going to go? I'm probably still going to be a bit short on timber, and I do want to export excess timber still. So what we'll do is just produce more of it. And we are going to shove our timber warehouse down here instead. It's brilliant. And you will no longer accept timber, nor will you accept marble, heavens. Nowhere should be accepting marble other than that one that we have already established. It's nice doing extra business by selling the weapons though, because it allows us to fund our legionnaires. Legionaries. Okay, so other than prices going up overall, still no need to tax our people. Really, we make plenty through trade, but I want to feed these sorry folk. I borderline feel bad for them. There's something else I want to do, and that is set up my dock. So how is this going to go? I'm going to have this. I want an engineer post here so nothing breaks down. And I need a warehouse here. This warehouse will accept oil and nothing but. Oh. Well, good luck doing that. We don't have a trade route established. Here you go. Oil and nothing but. Because they only sell 15 oil, that will increase to 25, I am pretty sore for giving it to all my people. 25 oil, well, one household will consume 0.02 oil per year. So if we get in 25 of it, how many people is that? Wait, what? Oh. My numbers aren't adding up in my head here. That's what happens when I try to talk whilst sorting things out like this. Point is, buying in 25 oil is going to keep the lights on for, if I'm not terribly mistaken, about 124 houses. Harsh thing about an export-filled economy, dealing with all your warehouses when you open up trade routes. Thankfully, opening this one up doesn't change any trade goods whatsoever. We already produce vegetables and meat, and we already have wine sorted out. There we go, glad that's done. Whew. Okay, I can speed up, and I can tell our import advisor, please buy in as much oil as you can. So what of this then? I'm just going to keep it disconnected. There's no reason to bring it together. Because these walkers walk past these houses, they will get plenty of labour access. There's no need to worry about that. There's no need to worry in general. What kind of person worries? Not somebody who gets far, that's for sure. Now I need to think about what these guys are going to need. They are also going to need a library. Both blocks are going to need a library somewhere. There's no particular place that stands out to me. I don't see a reason not to stick you there. I'm sure Rome needs many things. I'm not going to give them their furniture. They haven't earned it. Maybe here? Maybe. I like to think I'm overproducing on the food, so I can cut those down later on. And again, maybe later on is not what we're looking for here. Maybe recht nu is what we're looking for. What I want to know is if I stick a gladiator school here, are you only going to send gladiators here, or will you also send them there? Oh well, you're not going to do anything if you're not connected, so I should keep that in mind. Oh well, I'm just going to assume that you're going to go to both places. You're both going to need a theatre, and you're both not going to need a library. Let's just sort that out ahead of time. Didn't leave myself with much space for these guys. If anything, I don't like having this here because it's going to connect up with this. So the only thing worth putting there, in my eyes, is an oracle. Let's keep those gods off my back. Good, it's all at 6. Alright, acceptable. Probably also going to need an actor colony on one side or the other, but what do I produce more of? Quick way of checking here. 17 wheat, 23 veg. Also, alright, no, that was 16. That was functionality there. We'll stick our actor colony here as well, in the hopes that you also send actors there when I link this together, which I'm not doing just yet. I want these guys to have plenty of furniture and plenty of pottery before I start expanding in that direction. Still need to think about how I want to reshape this though. Reshaping would involve cutting down a lot of this, and I don't really have the money to be doing that at the moment. Despite fairly healthy exports.
Have you seen him?
I love coming here. Business is going very well.
Oh, this is not good. I didn't think he would go back and forth like that. But he likes to buy then sell. That's inefficient. It's inefficiency to the point where I want to squint and eye it up for a fight. Okay. Sidoin saying we should really get more Patreons for Jake so we could get a DDR Jake audiobook of Doric poetry.
If it was up to me...
I really like reading Scots poetry, so I'd be totally up for that. And all this wheat here is getting on my nerves, but the thing is we've so abundantly overproduced food that there's no need for that. But we have plenty of furniture, plenty of pottery, so maybe I should unleash the bathhouses. But then again, we don't have the oil here. No, we got the oil as well. Huh, and we have plenty stocked up here. Maybe we will get you guys going, because this will unlock a whole new bit of income for me. Provided I bring the others up to speed as well. Alright, bathhouses for my smelly Romans. My very smelly Romans. I wonder how often that's going to happen. It's costing me money here. And I'm not really making ends meet. You see how that denarii is going way down? That I don't like. Also, I never gave you guys your theatre, did I? A little squeezed on space here, I will admit. Actually, they're going to remain this way unless I give 2 kinds of entertainment in their amphitheatre. Which is a shame for them. Because I'm not in a hurry to connect the dots here. Okay, I really don't see anything better than sticking an oracle over there. And since you're going to be connected here, I can stick an oracle there as well, maybe? Yeah, definitely, why not? And that should solve any desirability issues here. They now have barber access too. Beautiful. Well, that's not beautiful for you, but that's something I can plaza up for your benefit. So everybody will get their pottery and everybody will be happy, hopefully. Oh, well there's a thought. These guys won't get pottery because I didn't connect the... Oh well, guess everything's being connected now. Sure hope I have enough wheat for everybody because the market ladies are going to go and get all the wheat they can. You're also unsatisfied by the lack of desirability, and that also can be sorted with a fabulous amount of plaza. Plazaing on the corner to surround a place makes it a lot more desirable than otherwise. So good, the actor colonies, or rather we are getting both gladiators and actors in both places, I believe. Good, good. And a barber will solve the last hurdle. Well, plaza will solve your last hurdle. Apparently you don't think things are beautiful enough. Neither do these fellows. James didn't think somebody living right next to a large statue would be so fussy. Why am I wasting all my money on statues? I don't have that kind of money. 1, 2, splat. And these guys for some reason don't like the markets. Really though, I am hemorrhaging money here, doing things I shouldn't. Just because I want these guys to live in nice places. That's just how benevolent I am. It's... seriously, it's a curse. And they'll get their oil. Oh yeah, the oil import's been costing me an arm and a leg. And I won't be getting jack out of it unless I tax these guys, so down goes the forum. These guys also need a forum stuck somewhere. I have robbed myself of the space for one. Alright, that little one by one. Away you go. You're not important. Or at least not as important as taxation. This is going to make a lot of people very angry. Now let me think. Unemployment is horrible, so that's -3 to how much people like me. Wages are great, that's +1. Plus another 1 for people being fed takes it up to +2. Ah, sod it, I'll just tax them at 8. 9%? Ah, why not? 9%. But these guys are going to start lighting fires of revolution, so I need to feed them. Or torch most of them. Really warming up to that torching idea, and warmed. This disgusts me slightly. Maybe I could push everything out a bit. Tell me, what does this do for you? Absolutely nothing. These guys really do not wish to merge, do they? Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Also makes it very hard for people to march on through here. I can give them a route there. Still, though, the wood, weapons, and pottery exports are not keeping us financially afloat unless we get some decent taxes going. What's wrong with you guys? Lack of furniture, but the markets will... I am confident that this will all level out and we will not see devolutions. Unless my markets are a lot more inefficient than I thought. I need to... Oh yeah, the problem, and a considerable problem it is is that the food variants here, they're going to want to keep going and getting that wheat even though there is none. Or at least not enough. Plenty of vegetables though. I can solve that, but it would be expensive to solve. Could solve it with an arse load of theatres. Alright, I may not have the money for it, but let's try and solve our little problem. One theatre deals with 500 people. I have 5,000 people. I need over 10 theatres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Goodbye money. I also kind of need a hippodrome, but forget that idea. That's too expensive. I don't think this will solve the issue, but hey, it'll do something. As long as I can get taxing them at least a wee bit. And I need to stop importing that marble, because that's also costing me a lot of money. Build a tent city that can be in permanent tax revolt a wee bit away from your city, Jake, so your proper citizens have some poor people to laugh at. I hate relying on tent cities into the late game. Heck, I'm not too fond of doing it in the early game, I'm just not good enough to solve it another way. Let's see if I can make this work out. Part of me thinks not. Oh well, I need to feed these guys or else, like I said, they are going to be in horrible amounts of revolt for me. But how? Also forget you guys. The lack of money is what's making me hesitate here, and I am really lacking that money. It's a shame I can't ship anything reasonably this way. Unless no, I'm not really overproducing food to the point where I can be selling it right now. Okay, but I can kill all of these tents at least. Not all of them, but, well, almost all of them. Why don't we just say all of them? Keep one little tent there. This will, at the very least, kill a lot of my unemployment, and I do like killing unemployment. These guys are actually fairly necessary, much as I don't like that fact. Still, I need to feed these guys. Maybe I should speed up for a wee bit. I'm also going to save the game for a touch. Like I said, see, well, actually, I'm overflowing with it, so you might as well take it. Nice that it doesn't seem to take it from the getting warehouses. I'm thankful for that, at least. Alright, this whole block looks really nice. This one is in trouble. The whole wheat situation is causing trouble, actually. The oil situation also apparently causing trouble, since I bet that's why you devolved. Yeah, market ladies are spending too long trying to get wheat, because there just isn't enough wheat for everybody. And since this is causing more problems than it's solving, I'm going to cut this and just accept that these people will be medium insulae at best for a while. Don't like the re-mergers here though. As in the way they now merge differently. But that can be solved. See, now we've reintroduced one by ones with what we've done, but it'll solve itself now that I've cut the supplies here, so to speak. Actually, they're just going to devolve into something else. So what I can do actually is get rid of you and have a new warehouse that is set to get, again, furniture and pottery, because we vastly overproduced that. Well, I say overproduced, we still sell quite a bit of it. Perhaps I shouldn't sell so many. I'm also going to kill your bathhouse. Yeah, the devolutions have hurt me in a nasty way there, but it'll sort itself out. It always does. So risks of crime here are going to grow. Forget you, I hate 1x1s and you know it. I want this to go into a much nicer place. Maybe I shouldn't worry about people auto-merging and just force merge. That's probably what I'll do. Jake, you who like making loads of dosh while trading, have you played Anno 1404? Yes, and I didn't like it. I don't know why, I played it for a wee bit, it just didn't seem to have much charm to it. So down it went. There we go, let's waste more money on statues, makes me feel like a real governor. Lovely, except for you. Just no pleasing some people. But Plaza would have a more lasting effect along here. I prefer the tiled roads to Plaza. I know I've said that before, and I will continue to say it because it's true. These guys are going to suffer because they're going to lack enough entertainment. That's something I can offset with an actor colony and a gladiatorial school. Short-term solution to a long-term problem. I still want...
Down with the governor! The governor clearly doesn't care about me, so I'm gonna show him how I care about his city.
I'm going to recruit your fellow tent men and beat you to death. You okay, he's done. Alright, I need to feed these guys before they start getting way out of hand. This doesn't have to be too fancy, does it? 1, 2, 3. Now we'll have it over a bit more because I don't know how far I want to take this. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have walkers that are destination walkers come up here to help these guys, but maybe I could also have service buildings that go that far, I don't know. What I do know though is I'm going to need some granaries here. Granary perhaps? Which go through here, and then I could have houses here. Don't know how many or how many more, but that'll do at least. As long as there's a road that follows through to here that I don't break accidentally. A lot of devolutions, but that was to be expected. I forced the hand there. But that's okay, this guy will slowly import the goods that he needs to keep it all afloat. And I'm suddenly going to feel like I don't have enough pottery, which is unusual. Alright. You could sell more furniture, Jake. You have a lot... No, I don't sell any furniture. Nobody buys furniture from me. They only buy lumber. And there's a limit to how much they can buy, which is why it's all piled up here. They buy the pottery first, and then they buy the furniture if there's any space left on their mules. But that's okay, once things steady out here, and they will steady out, So do these guys... Yeah, they got some vegetables. Good for them.
I'm lucky to have a job with unemployment this high.
Yeah, well, bow before me. Make me feel like I make you lucky. Any of these guys gonna merge? They do me a solid if they do. Oh, that's nice. One of them did. Good enough. Alright, that doesn't solve any of my particular problems yet, though. Guess I can have water here. That'll probably reach there. And if I have water here or here or anywhere. I wonder. Can I have you not even adjacent to water? Okay, now you have to be very, very strictly adjacent to water for this to work. Okay. I figure that's something I would know by now, having played this so much, but... There we go. God, that's going to be ugly for you, isn't it? Not too bad. Eventually this tent is going to go away, and by eventually I mean right now. Alright, so I am a big fan of pigs and blankets. That's what they're gonna have. I didn't leave myself much space there, but there's plenty of space along the end here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm confident they'll have enough space. I already set down an engineer post that should cover all of this. I would not be so foolish as to forget the fountain now, would I? I wonder if I can stick it in a much better place. Nah. Nah, that looks good. Getting rid of the small tents. Plazaing this up. Like I said, I don't really like to do that, but it's a fairly unpleasant place for them to live. They're probably going to want desirable things. Oracles, I'm actually shying away from them those days, but I want to keep the gods happy at the very least, so oracles they shall get, at least for now. What I think I will also be having are... Or what? I can either put the amphitheater and theater here or there, which means the gladiator school and the actor colony would be down here. I'd trudge up here, walk past these guys, and get up to there. I prefer the idea of them learning here. Those that can't learn to farm will learn how to fight to death in my gladiator school. It's only fair. And then they can make their way up to the amphitheater here, or the theater here. They'll go up and da-da-da-da-da. That's quite nice, actually. Cool. Jake, do you plan on someday playing the other Impressions games? Well, something else has to fill up Simulation Sunday. Huh, it's Saturday. Oh well, let's not sweat the small stuff. These guys will fill up with food before I start dishing them out. And I'm glad that the Zenari is not suffering too badly. No, Caesar, no furniture for... well, I've got plenty. And that'll make him more than very happy. Excellent. So the purpose of all these theatres was to try and increase the city coverage for it, which went well, but potentially not well enough for... Well, actually, that wasn't a problem. I would need an amphitheatre or really good coverage... I would need a hippodrome or really good amphitheatre coverage for the rest. And honestly, I think I could make good on the amphitheatres now. Might seem a bit overkill, but I'm going to set these up for now. And then watch this. Look at that evolution. Nice. Also means I can link you back up again. And then hopefully all of our many problems will solve themselves. So you might wonder why building amphitheaters over here made these guys evolve when they were complaining about a lack of entertainment. So a theatre will give you 10 points whether it has an actor or not. An amphitheatre will give you 10 points, 15 if it has both plays and gladiator fights. A hippodrome gives 30 and a coliseum think gives 15 or 25 depending on the number of shows. However, there is an extra 5 points to be had per type of entertainment theatre. Depending on coverage. Perfect coverage gives plus 5 points to everybody. So even if I put down a house... ooh, chings, that exodus doesn't look good. Even if I slap down a house there, which is what I'm going to do, and it gets an immigrant, which it's going to do. Eventually. There's really nobody want to live in that house, but it's so nice. There we go. Even though it has no access to entertainment, it still gets limited access, because it's getting 10 points from my perfect theatre and amphitheatre coverage. So that opens up all of these guys. These guys are still not going to grow if I don't give them a bathhouse. I don't know if this is going to be stable or not. Hope it is. Not close enough. There you go then, I understand living next to a market isn't that desirable. I was starting to feel that perhaps I lacked in market ladies. It's alright, just flesh some out there. And what I should also do is average this out. So I got 20 wheat and 20... Okay, well that averages out pretty well then. I produce way more food than they need. It's just a question of distribution. And what a question. Good. Not so good. I don't know how I evolve him like that. Another building wouldn't quite reach him. I might try something, but later on. I don't care right now. Alright, dare I say this looks good. I dare. Plazaing really is a lazy man's way of doing things. Let's delete this so they merge. Well, merging isn't really the phrase here, but... don't like this existence here. They're kinda getting in the way, so... Goodbye, and hello, statues. Prevent this kind of thing happening again. Hopefully. How is your city doing, Jake? Well, Drax copy, it's doing pretty very nicely. Excuse me. Ah, man, if I was in a movie, my death flag would be rising high with all this coughing. But I am the picture of health. I think I'll stick my marketplace here. Or here. Here's probably better. But then my service buildings need to go here. I'm not sure if you'll reach those people. I hope you do, but you might not. We'll soon find out, I guess. At the very least, they'll have plenty of food. Alright, back up to 5,000. As we remember, we tore down a lot of the buildings that we didn't want. Alright, you are no match for me. I am a huge fan of projectile weapon troops. Now, one unfortunate thing about the campaign is that it doesn't use multiple attacks. And that's something a lot of city constructor kit maps use a fair bit. Like, they'll attack you from multiple angles, forcing you to divide up your troops accordingly. And that's something that's really nice. It's a shame it doesn't get done more. It looks like they might try and flank us, so fish, hold this side. And then circle back into there. Yeah. Where's that challenge? Line up, mighty troops. Barely a scratch. What do they cost me? They cost me 4 weapons and a little bit of time. And a bit of my ears for hearing over and over again. Like it's Hank Hill. That school will cover these ones, but these guys will also need a school. Might as well put it a bit further away. The numbering here is poor. Ah, well. Also, this is such an ugly place for them to live. No wonder they don't like it. Looks like the market lady is not reaching them here. But they can have their own market right here if they really want to. Frankly, I don't like where I've stuck this reservoir. I could just throw it here. It's not doing anyone any favors where it is right now. And it means I can throw down a warehouse here that can honestly get everything, but someone who knows this game better than I did has warned me against using one warehouse to get everything. Pottery, the marketplace can get from there, same with that, so really all you're going to be doing is getting oil. Good enough, I guess. Still feel that perhaps clay production is suffering. But when I rearrange this, when I eventually get around to rearranging this block here, we can deal with that. These poor sods, I need to put them out of the misery. I need to do a whole rip-up of this and rearrange it. It's going to be expensive, but it has to be done. Well, the market lady is getting you guys at least, just not these ones. Maybe I shouldn't bother with these ones. Let's see. Oh, well, this market lady seems to have gotten them. Yeah, more markets are good markets. Small temple to Venus, perhaps? Just down here? I don't know how far you get up there, but I will follow. Religion, you. Where do you go? You go that far and no... oh, well, you go very far, actually. Huh. That's nice. Just having you there will take care of all of this. I hope the bathhouse lady goes just as far, because she's going to have to. Clear up a bit more space for the buildings I'm going to need here, and I'm going to need them. Looking at it, they should have doctor clinic access. Oh, not the guys down here. That I should change. There's not really a 1x1 space for it. You'll do. Which means I can get rid of you. And I'll upgrade you to medium, then you'll need barber access, another 1x1 curse. I guess you might reach everyone? Health, barber access, where do you go? You get lost a bit. You get lost a lot. You get lost way too... yes! Oh, that's nice. Yeah, you go far in life for me. That is not how I want mergers to work, thank you very much. Okay, so our doctor there sadly does not get all the way down here, apparently. Where do you go when you come down here? It's probably the location of my granaries throwing everything off. Not surprised by that. I am, however, a little disappointed. Maybe I could just reposition you to here, though, then you might change your tune. And this is the fun part of balancing your walkers. Oh. A little unexpected, but you're still going to die. Local barbarians are never, ever a threat. Cue somebody making a quick video of when they have destroyed me. Gonna make a quick save before everything goes downhill here. Really eats into the time though. Okay, that's an excellent place for you to be. Rome once again lusting after my wood. Here you go. This is not ideal. Apparently your marketplaces are not doing so good for this. They're probably still wasting their time around all that. Okay, there are solutions to this. Regrettably, ripping you down is one of them. And replacing you with more marketplaces. Because this is a big block, and frankly I'm not using enough of them for it. So I might as well take care of the ones that are close to where the market ladies can get most of their food. And it should balance out. Should, might not. That's the funny part. So everything is too undesirable for you here. That's stuff that I can solve. The question is, will I? Let's get you all taxed. Kev Dev having subbed for 4 months in a row. It's astonishing how much time flies, isn't it? Okay, how big did I ever want this to get? I mean, I could get more houses here, but then where's all the industry going to pile up, huh? Alright, I think the remodeling is due now. You two can stay there because it's pretty vital for you to attract these guys. What I need to tear down are these 1, 2, 3 of you. 4 of you. So workshops for pottery. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm going to need another clay pit because I am producing not enough pottery these days. So that creates a need for 2 more. Still a problem here. These guys can't really exist anymore. Unless these guys can get their labor access from all the way down here, and I don't think they can. Just don't think they can. Let's oracle this place up a bit, because it's looking a little nasty. Clay pit's still not a great neighbour, but this should make things considerably more bearable for our people here. That last one's a bit much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 houses are plenty. Yeah, 3 of those will do. 1 farm, 2 nice big houses. Yeah, looks good. Still, that means all this industry is going to have to die unless I give them similar treatment to all this. Or I could reposition the wood industry over here. That is certainly an option. I have a lot of furniture to be making if that's the case. But I can do that. I can do anything. I can certainly get rid of these 1, 2... What was that? Mercury, Neptune, Ceres... Mars, Venus. Gotta be equal. We are in Sweden after all. Okay, I'm being considerably not equal to Venus here. Crunch. Rome pays more wages, Jake. Oh, I'm glad someone caught that. Wow, those wages are going sky high. They cap out at 45, I believe. So it's not like they'll go up forever. Plus, we're taxing pretty heavily as it is. This unsatisfies me, though. I mean, I even connected you together, but you're not getting enough. And part of me really wants to blame the wheat production. I mean, these guys are doing just fine for both. Maybe it'll just take a bit of time. They have furniture, they have pottery, they have oil. Maybe they could do with more oil. That's risky, but maybe I should have you getting oil as well. It would take you no time at all, it's right there. Okay, I can deal with that. There's something else I want to do, though. As undesirable as it is, I'm going to throw a warehouse down here. I'm going to plaza you guys up as if to say sorry. And this warehouse will accept one thing and one thing only. Better to be prepared for when Patricians come in. Okay, I've been at this almost 2 hours and I haven't really gotten that far in Londinium. I should feel bad for this. I don't, but I should. One by one's utterly disgusting. Let's get rid of that. Replace you with some good old-fashioned statues. It's going to be hard to make life desirable enough for you since you are slap bam next to the reservoir. Unless I tear someone down and replace them with the power of the Oracle. And I'm not above doing that. But the reservoir is making life hell for a lot of these people. I wouldn't mind tearing down a house or two in favor of oracles. Oh well, something for the future. As long as they are at least large insulae, I don't care that much. And as long as they don't devolve. Speaking of oracles. Oh, that's right, I stopped importing marble. Let's change that. They said they'd trade more marble, which is rather nice of them. Okay, so what needs to get ripped down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 woodcutters. I don't think we need 6, personally. One woodcutter can cut enough wood for 40 houses. So 2 of them should do pretty much my entire city. 3 is overkill. 4 is just showing off. And 5, well, who's to say? I know it's undesirable to stick the warehouse here, but I'm probably still going to do it. I can just stick that full of wood. I need to keep this bit open. Maybe do that and just remember that this... Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Stick a statue there then. Warehouse here for wood. Does that make sense? I'm trying to figure this out in my head here. Yeah, I should have one for furniture and one for wood. Oops. Personal rule, do not delete wood that is used to fuel a woodcutter. There we go. Doodly-doo. Alright. Here's your furniture, there's your wood. And 1, 2, 3, 6. 8 furniture workshops should be plenty. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That way we can keep our wood industry going. First off, you guys are all going to go. I'll delete these guys once they've finished carving all their wood into... Oh, jeez, they're going to get through that wood in a fair while, aren't they? Oh well. It is what it is. I'll have to replace the amphitheaters or else these guys are going to devolve as well. So much to concern myself with. Also, that theatre coverage and amphitheatre coverage won't be perfect for much longer, especially if I'm tearing things down. I'll erect another amphitheatre here for now, and figure out more later. No, later is the lazy man's solution. I'll do it now. 1, 2, 3. And then there's somewhere else this amphitheatre has to go. That'll do. Which means you all go goodbye. Another Ceres, Neptune, Mercury, Mars. What is it with Venetian special treatment? There we go. 10 oracles makes the gods happy for 5,000. Plus the temples will keep them going for a wee while. So it took 16 years, but we've got a fairly healthy city here. A little concerned about the wheat production, but as long as there's just enough there. It's one of the weaknesses of only having one granary. Really we have two, but it's just one for all the wheat. For a lot of people, it means you can't stockpile much. And then things like this will happen. People too busy getting wheat, market ladies I mean, that they stop short on the oil. I mean, I could solve that by turbo producing wheat for a wee bit. I'm not sure to what degree that would be a solution. Let me think for a second. How many houses do we even have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say I got 70 of them. Means I need 35 farms. And half of those would need to be vegetable. So I could safely delete these ones, for example, and replace them with wheat to stave off the wheat shortage. We're a little far away from the wheat granary, but I don't think it's going to be too bad for them. That's okay, that's okay. That one is... okay, there's no inefficiency from there. That should steady out the food production for a wee bit. And then once things look stable, i.e. both of these are full and everyone is at medium insulae, unlike these poor sods, oof, that's rough. And that's with 3 marketplaces. Here's another. Things should stabilize though. The alternative would be deleting houses. I don't like that as a solution, really. Don't like that as a solution either. The market lady really doesn't like you, does she? Perhaps I should bin the market lady from being here and stick her over here. At least that way she's forced to go to you. And that should be wages up to 45 in Rome, so I can make mine 53 and never adjust that ever again. Okay, so the wood is finally almost all done with here. The production looks great here, so I can disband you. This will eventually get eaten up. You're not getting that pottery. Welcome to the family at Tyrolen. It continues to mystify me when I see people actually subscribing here, but they do, and well, kind of warms my heart. Okay, sad truth is that this is going to have to go, but it also means it's going to have to move somewhere. I don't know where, because that's a lot of theatres to spring up elsewhere. I'm not quite ready to do that yet. Also, you are no longer necessary there. Been made surplus to requirements, I'm afraid. What I can do is actually have twice as many houses here if I just do this. The water, 1, 2, 3, 4... will get to them all quite nicely. There we go. Well, Jake, you produce so much content for free that it feels appropriate to help out where we can. Yes, for free. No, thanks a bunch. Okay, this is all looking hunky-dory. I can't wait to get rid of all of these guys. I could do it just now. Would feel like a bit of a waste. Well, just call me a waster. Crunch. I am still probably going to need more pottery than this if I want to keep up with exports. Then again, taxes swiftly eclipse exports, so I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. Right, you're just a small insulae. You will change later on, provided that doctor actually comes and sees you, which he probably better will. Yeah, of course he does. Right, away you go. You're going to expand into medium insulae, so will you. And then, nice. I think the medium insulae on this, yeah, there are two different models for it. This medium insulae is the most beautiful to me. You can see the nice arches there, they got some greenery up top. It's such a beautiful building. And now it's everywhere except for these places because they don't like living next to this. Oh well, Plaza to the rescue. I don't like that solution. But it is a solution. There we go. I don't think there are any more large insulae unless I'm pretty blind. And trust me, if this... if today's streaming has been anything to go by, I'm pretty blind today. Vegetables always somehow end up in the warehouse, clogging things up. What I'm going to do is probably diversify this. Maybe tell you to get pottery as well. Pottery always seems to be the tricky one, not furniture. But we need a lot of goods to keep these people flowing. Looks acceptable though. Very acceptable. Man, this is almost too good. Except for these tents. These tents should go. Unemployment is at a healthy 40%. Lovely. Sea borders are walled when they're built near. That's right. Isn't that kind of nice? I'm not sure if it's to do with being built near or desirability. This tells me it's built near, because this is horribly undesirable land. Yeesh. But yeah, that does look nice. A lot of love was put into this game, and I really appreciate that. I love love. Aha, there we go. You're not happy. Which means I'm not happy. Here, have some gardens. Rome's love gardens. And according to demographics, everybody now lives in a Grand Insulae. I think this is still counting that one. Could be wrong, but I hope I'm not. And one of the most important things, tax income. Looks good, looks good, looks... Well, these guys were only just popped up, but... I can accept this. Good. Wonderful, even. Fantastic. This is sad, though. I mean, what do they hope to attain. Well, slaughtering my stallions, but really the stallions were just there to separate the wheat from the chaff. Okay, I need to expand. I need to expand pretty soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I just build 7 woodcutters? That's enough or not enough? I think I stopped short on one of them. Potentially here. What I should be doing is throwing down an oracle right here or here. This one has more effect, but to be honest, who needs effect at this point? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I am doing 8 of them. That's fine. 40. Hang on. Am I getting my numbers mixed up? I am. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 houses will be satisfied with this. That's not enough. That is not enough. I'm gonna have a little bit more timber going on. 4 timber yards should be able to take care of everything I need, surely. But somehow that makes me unsure. Oh well, that'll do. This is just me planning for the future. This warehouse will eventually run out, and then I will decommission it, and all of my city's furniture will come from here, so I need to make sure that this is accessible from here and from here. Pottery will always come from here for my city. So we've got a population of 5,720. It's high time we made our population both larger and better, because so far all we have are plebs. Plebs are good for work in the fields, but you know, patricians are the true masters. Oh, they love eating their wheat. Why can't they eat their meat? I mean, if you lived off of a diet of bacon sandwiches, wouldn't you be pretty grateful? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 8. Really, I could squeeze in 3 more houses very comfortably. The temptation is to stick one here, but I can't be sure that it would get all the services. Why don't I just smack them down and see what services they do get? Seems reasonable. We'll just see what happens to them. Alright, I think it's Patrician o'clock. Callum's saying he'd be more grateful for that. Hey Callum, how do you feel about some EDF tonight? Alright, time to engage and then not completely forget about our men this time. Come and get some, wolves. It's nice if you force your men through a narrow corridor like that. You can then have them sort into that formation. Utterly ravaged. There we go, that's the last of the wolves on this map. So I want a nice partition block. I'm kind of fighting against time here because city health is almost perfect, which makes me wonder, where is it? I guess it's just the rats every now and then. In the next 10 years, I am going to suffer a huge amount when it comes to my workforce, and then a lot more so after that. So I need to sort that out pretty soon. I think that's enemies closing in. Oh, I see. Yes, enemies closing in. What I like is that you can see it on the map. There we go. I guess I'll open up this route. It's not going to change anything with regards to goods. Everything they could offer me I already had access to. I don't need the forests, so I'll just remove. Alright, Patrician o'clock. I have the money to lay down a Patrician place. I have not been importing wine like I said I would. Faux pas by me. Let's import that. Thankfully, I now have 2 places that will sell me wine, and look at it go. I mean to insult you, Caesar. Deal with it. It's going to clog up the oil import for a wee while, but there we go. Bring in it all. Tax income is my favorite income. I mean, producing stuff is pretty awesome, but taxing really makes you feel like you're squeezing it out of somebody who couldn't otherwise really deal with it. Okay, we have more farmland than we really need at this point. We can be excessively wasteful. And let's try and make a really big palace block here. I'm going to try a different type, because normally I make my palace blocks big like that. I'm going to make it big like this. Yes. Yes. Maybe that's not the best way to position it. Oh well. How will I have it? I'm going to need a Patrician here to supply labor access. Now, that never goes well for me because I never managed to get the desirability high enough. That's a real problem I've got. So, how's it going to go down? I'm going to have one here, and here, and one here. Nice. I'm going to have large statues all the way up the middle. And I can probably flank them with statues as well, because why not? Which means 1, 2, 3, 4 will go down here. And how are we going to get water for you guys? Well, we don't need to be too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that'll reach reservoirs there. Maybe that's not the best place to put it though. I'll bring it forward by 1. I think I've slowed time down a bit too much there. There we go. You're going to need water access some way, somehow. Where these lines meet, so too will our reservoir. Good, that reaches plenty far enough. Which means our fountain can go here and get everybody. All well and good. I hope these guys merge, it'll make life a lot easier for me. Whatever merges we'll keep, whatever doesn't we'll bin. It's like a Spartan upbringing. Which means we're going to need housing around here as well. Look at that, look how incredibly desirable that is already. Okay. That doesn't solve all my problems, it just solves some of them. If I have a patrician that lives here then... No, that's not good. I should have it based around this fountain as well. Have a nice bit of, well, no, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can water me all the way up to here, so go on, water me. But I'll fountain you like this, because I'm a nice guy. And this will be labor access for our farmers. How's that all going to work, I wonder? Sure would like to just gatehouse it off, that would make life a lot easier. So I will. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't know how much food these patricians are going to eat. I don't have my notebook here that I normally have. Okay, chat, we're going to go for 16 luxury palaces. I tried this in Lutetia, it came down pretty badly. 16 times 200 divided by 3 divided by 160. What's the answer? The answer is how many farms I'm going to need to feed all these greedy guts. I'm also going to need a reservoir over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I can move these aqueducts more around in the future to make it look better. Well, if I build one farm feeds 160 people. 2 farms feed 320, 3 farms 480. So 3 farms will feed 2 of these comfortably. Then I'll have to do maths, and nobody likes that. So let's just say we need 7 of each. This will work. If I connect it like this instead. Then people coming down this way gets access from you, people coming down this way will get access from here, because I'm going to stick something here as well. And then I need another granary. Could just stick it right here. Yeah. Something makes me very uneasy about that solution. There we go. Means I'm gonna need people living here. But oh well, what's done is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good enough. 1 engineer should cover the whole thing if I put him in the right place. I wonder if this is the right place. It might not be, but I'm putting him there anyway. I still need people living here. I'm going to slap down... I don't know, I could put this however I bloomin' well want, really. Yeah, you'll be there. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'll build a block around you later. For now, I want to focus on these pesky patricians, since they're so hard to please. Well, I know straight away that this guy is going to be very hard to make desirable enough, so this should make this exact point desirable enough for him. And all the other patricians coming down here, fussy sods that they are. But I need to... Well, we'll get loads of food built up for them, but they're also going to need some goodies from the warehouse. So, 1, 2, 3... No, there are better places I could put warehouses. That's a bit far away. The markets are going to be da-da-da-da-da. Probably quite a few of them. So... yeah, that's pretty close. No, that's probably the best place to put them, all things considered. Now you're not too far away from furniture and pottery, so you can probably take care of getting both. I'm going to need you dedicated to getting oil, because it's a long way to go. Fortunately, you're only feeding 16 houses, so you should have bags of time for it. You, however, are going to be in trouble. Might need you getting wine. I might have both of you get wine. Because patricians drink wine like pigs. Snorting the whole way. Yeah, because that's quite a distance to go and grab that. If needs must, I will set up another warehouse to go and get those. So this should hopefully flesh out before everything crumbles to the ground. Good. Oh, that's almost too good, that merging. Kill the non-mergers. Order must be maintained. Oh, God, even these guys merge perfectly. That's just swell beyond belief. Still need these guys to arrive, and, well, would you look at that. Yeah, I'll keep the non-mergers. Now, what am I saying? Get rid of the non-mergers. Anybody that walks past here will get plenty of employment off of them, I think. I hope. So, curious about how my damage guy is walking. The engineer, if you will. Okay, so he gets hopelessly lost in the maze of granary, but otherwise he just loops around here like a madman. So that tells me I've placed him in a pretty poor place. Oh well, that can be worked out later. I have a better idea. I'm going to waste all the money I spent on these things and put my large statues here. Why would I do that? Because it gives me this lovely 1x3 space where I can stick engineer, barber. I'm going to hold off on the barber for now, but I'll put down the doctor, leave the space for the barber. I'm also going to need markets. Lots and lots of markets. Because patricians are horribly picky. Even though it's very close to all the warehouses, I still think that's chancing it. Speaking of chancing it, I sure hope no enemy invaders hit up my patricians. That would be terribly embarrassing. Horses can charge to their death just to keep them busy. Everybody else, hold the rear. Also going to save, not because I think this is going to go south, just because I haven't saved in a while. That's a pretty good reason to save. Oh right, they flanked right into my javelins, that's not good. That's the wrong people to tell to fall back. Beautiful. What the hell are they still doing there? That's a trick question, because they're dying. Done and done. Maybe not right, but still done. Lovely. They don't have religion, but that is their problem. Also, again, I'm going to build an extra couple of wheat farms, maybe even 3 wheat farms, just because wheat is the weakest of the legs to stand on when it comes to these guys. So how is this going to all work? I didn't really leave much space for my well, my everything, really. They're going to need a hospital. I always like to stick that on the edge here. I didn't give them proper schooling, but maybe I can put schools at the end here. Because I can afford to make these longer, which is rather nice. It's one of the benefits of not looping the thing. Okay, I should plan for the other side as well. We can get a thingamajigger here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there any point in leaving a space between them? I mean, really. I will just stick you here, stick a statue there, and there, and there. You can all grow up to be big, spoilt patricians. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop. Now we get one more here, and they'll all grow up to be big, strong patricians. I made that way too big, didn't I? Of course I did. Right, they'll move in, that'll all get sorted out, and that tells me that... What does that tell me? Yeah, everything will be okay. I'll get it sorted out. With that level of blind enthusiasm, how could I fail? Okay. They're going to need a Colosseum at the end here, there's no doubts about that. So I'll just smack it down here and now. They're also going to need a theatre. They're also going to need an amphitheatre. And they're also going to need a hippodrome. But that I will put down later on, because they certainly don't need it now. That means at this respective end, and I can put it quite far down the end, they're going to need a gladiator school. They're going to need an actor colony. I'm not so sure I want to seal this road off though. Not so sure yet that I want to seal it off. I don't know, why don't I tip it out like this? You're still going to need an actor colony though. And a lion school. That should give them plenty of entertainment, at least for now. These walkers are going to go up, around, and into here, and they're going to satisfy all of these patricians. And boy, are they going to satisfy them. This is made longer than it needs to be. I really hope the engineer can go all the way down there. Now, I don't know how far these guys are going to get you. I'm not sure if they'll be able to walk all the way around, but I hope they will. Down with you three. Gotta keep it fair. Alright, that leaves education. I'll probably need a school on both sides, really. Schools have extremely limited range. Although they are undesirable neighbours, they're barely that undesirable. Nonetheless, there it goes. Ka-ching. Can you spam prefectures just to keep crime minimum? No, they don't lower crime, they just beat up protesters. Honestly, the game is quite profound. Alright, so with the very noticeable lack of oil, which only you are getting, that doesn't sit right with me at all. Not at all. You will also get oil, but only oil. Alright, they'll drink that up. I will actually eradicate the doctor so that they can only go to large insulae, so that they don't eat up the oil. No, actually, I stopped them from drinking oil by building up barbers. Then we're fine then. I will stick down a bathhouse for my smelly Romans. Yes, the famous Londinium Colosseum is now open to all. Alright, how's religion? They don't go far enough. Okay, that was kind of to be expected. Oh well. Should have figured out. I mean, I could stick them here instead. That way they would get everyone. It's kind of nasty to force these patricians down this way further, though. When I could just go Venus, Mars, actually, get the feeling I only need... No, I do need 2 and 2 there. That should be fine. That's kind of nice because it puts a statue to every god in the Patrician area. These guys are going to need academy access as well, and academies are pricey. But I do need a lot of them, so there's no harm in sticking down more than is really called for. These guys definitely need to be taxed. Taxed to the hilt. So I'm going to stick down 2 of those. No, I won't. No, I won't. I'll stick down 1, and I will stick down something else, but that'll be later. One, 2, 3, 4. Kinda don't want to throw you guys down yet, but it's probably necessary. Nah, it's not necessary yet. I've not built any of the patricians on this side, so it's okay. Alright, but I'm curious how far that bath worker is going to go. Not far enough. Fair enough. I got no problem doubling up here. We got the money. And money is power. It's quite nice that reservoirs cost nothing to throw down. Jake, how many are you making? 16. The 16 we couldn't manage in Lutetia. Got a bit of a problem here. These guys might grow a little too big. No, that's not a problem. It's not going to happen, that's why. Contain them. Still a significant lack of oil. I want my marketplaces to be tanked up with oil and everything, really. This is telling me you don't get enough... you don't get enough goods, period. It's really tempting me to throw down another warehouse. If I just have 1 warehouse per good, that might be a lot better than what I'm doing right now. They have an awfully long way to go. Alright, pigs and blankets are off the menu here. I'm migrating it there, and we're going to have a warehouse here that specializes in... You know what, just get both. Couldn't hurt to have 2 of them that get both. I'm going to wait a bit for them to stock up. In the meantime, I suppose I could start planning this block, because I do need a block here. Might seem a bit odd to plan both, but I got no problem with that. As long as we still have plenty of, well, everything, but I am certainly upping this number. We've got plenty of furniture, which is good. Still, I need another block here. How's it going to go? No, not even all that sure, really. Really not sure. Because I haven't thought about it in the slightest. We're not overwhelmed with food space here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Humble. Humbler than an indie bundle. Might as well make it an extortionately nice place to be since it is near the Patrician block. Still though. At least Jake has an accurate London unemployment through the roof. Hey now, it's only at 23%. Actually, that's not so... I could actually tax people higher now that they're happy about the slightly lower than normal unemployment. Right, still, how are these people going to get their jollies? Could granary you here and here? Yeah, sure, why not? Means you guys are going to need labor access here. These guys are going to be very unhappy about how undesirable it is to live here, though. It's far from my concern. Well, it's really not. This isn't seeing much thought from me. 10 of those can support like 20 people. And I'm gonna bring up some vegetables as well. 5 of. And I'll exchange some wheat for vegetables later on. Doesn't make things very good for you guys getting labor access though, does it? I mean, if you walk this way, you're gonna go lost and then get nothing. I mean, maybe I could do it like this. And then actually like this. And then even if you go this way, you're gonna end up running into these happy people. Well, not those happy people, but I want to leave at least one marketplace here. These happy people. What an undesirable place to live. Alright, it's unusual, but I might as well smack down a large statue right there for everyone to enjoy. That's a little close. A large statue here for everyone to enjoy. Let's not let it fall down. And let's not let everybody get cooties. Cooties rather than QTEs. Sorry, that was terrible. You know, this has been very fun to build. I shouldn't be speaking past tense because we're far from done here, but Londinium, despite being a sandbox, and I like my maps to have a bit more challenge, it's really fun. Sure, finances were tight early on, but that's just because I really overstretched. We're still not looking pleasant on the oil situation, so I'm going to give that a while before I slap them down with a barber.
There's a lot of unemployment here.
Yes, there is. 22%. And it's only going to go up because we're getting some plebs in on all of this. Oh, and guess what? Your favorite activity? Getting warehouses. Which tells me that we could actually get rid of both of these. Hell, maybe I could get rid of another one. It's better to have them closer than further away. That tells me you're actually too far away anyway. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That might be a little too far this way, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so. There we go. And I like leaving that little snippet there just to trigger people who really can't handle that kind of thing. Still though, we need warehouses. This is no cutting that point finer. 1, 2, 3. You're all gonna get your respective goods and do nothing but that. Get pottery, get furniture. Now here's the thing, it wouldn't be hard to just have these guys produce their own furniture, produce their own pottery, but I just want things centralized. I lost the plot there. Are you getting oil? Oil, furniture, pottery. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wheat places. And I will expand the vegetables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will expand them approximately now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, that's overkill, but that's good enough. Unlike House of the Dead, this is a good overkill. Also, that merging, my god, that's glorious. For the most part. Jake, is there a better way to feed your people without the ugly, endless farm blocks? No. You need a lot of farmland to feed a lot of people. Fishing is more efficient. Huh. Didn't mean that to sound funny, but it is. I feel like we don't buy in enough oil. Like, we should have a lot more than we do. Well, I guess it's good that it gets dispersed nicely. There's plenty of oil here. Look at it. Look at this. It's beautiful. Holy smokes, the only thing that can make it more beautiful is having fewer plaza. You know what else is beautiful? Even these sods getting taxed. Oh, right. Yeah, I completely forgot about your existence. I'm almost sorry for that. I wonder if I'd face any harsh penalties of this being raised. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yes, that's good. I can actually keep it and stick the fountain here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Nah, you couldn't get everyone from there. But I could get all of them, every single one, from there. Once these guys evolve into 2x2s, I will delete one of the fountains. Oops. I will delete one of the fountains. Okay, hell no. Ain't nobody taking down my patricians. Especially not you uncivilized barbarians. Looks like the tykes are out. Get ravaged. How many losses? 2 javelins and 7 horses. Nay, too bad. That was not meant to be a nay joke. So there's a bit of a problem with you guys. You may evolve more than I want you to because you're getting these guys food. It's just something I'll have to solve. Probably with desirability, which is an awesome way to solve your problems. I really hope that took it from here. I think it did. I don't think it takes from getting warehouses automatically, at least. So that waters all of you folks. Let's just keep them all nice and watered. I'm going overkill on fountains here, but I can afford to, at least for now. When I worry about... that's unfortunate, these guys don't merge. Not a single one of them merge? That's really nasty. Oh well, they will in the future. And it looks like access to employees is good around here. Okay, you have plenty of wine, plenty of oil. Time for barber o'clock. Get yourself some nice haircuts. And now they should grow when I give them a library. 2 libraries, in fact. I'm that nice. Right, that's sweet. Now they're going to want wine. Their markets will go and buy wine because they haven't had to so far, so they haven't gone to do so. And then I'll go and babysit them later. Yeah, these guys I can solve with desirability. It's not something I often do. Hopefully they're close enough to all this undesirable garbage that they don't evolve further. I'm going to delete this just in case they do, though. And I'll try and balance it, because if they become villas, then I'm in trouble. But the cutoff for villa desirability is quite high, so here's hoping. Yeah, coming back to Kev Dev. Yes, you need lots of these in order to... Oh, I don't like that. Okay, it was just because of population changes from here. Nothing to worry about. They're growing more than I thought. Did not expect you guys to be having desirability issues, though. Look at all this stuff you've got. Oh well, can still be solved. Actually, I think I can solve it in a truly awesome way. But it involves killing this. Am I ready to do it, though? The answer is yes. Yes, I am. Can't have all these people here and not have them bow to the Senate. Gonna replace the theater and change this. That'll take care of any of those desirability quips. Means I can move the amphitheater right here. Right here. And how's that unemployment? Oh, actually too low for my liking. I need more people here. And stat. Well, can always solve my problems with religion. Who's the most... Ceres, Neptune, Mercury all need one more. Or Mars and Venus need one fewer. Let's get rid of Mars for starters. And I put you down in too many places. Goodbye. I completely lost track of what I was meant to be doing there. But I'm probably relocating a Neptune temple over here. Memory of a goldfish. Okay, then you guys are going to need theatre access. Oh, I hope you guys are still Grand Insulae. Because there's a problem. This is going to be less than perfect very soon. Especially on the amphitheaters. I can solve that. But how much unemployment do I have? 220. That's not many, but it's enough. There's better ways to get you your water. Always punch holes in my aqueduct so that people can find their way through. Get rid of that ugly long line and apply yourself properly, because it's time for Chariot Maker and Hippodrome. And Hippodrome. Ain't that sweet? Okay, and their problem is, yeah, not enough variety in their races, or all their entertainment. That's about to change for them. I can also allow you guys to grow, and you can grow. But I'm gonna give you a wee bit because, yeah, figures. It's not very desirable for you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm still overproducing on the wheat, so I can actually get rid of you completely and exchange you out for a large statue. Hell, I could get rid of 2 of them and have a row of oracles or something, but... talking. And I like what we're saying. Still, these guys need more. A theatre and an amphitheatre. You know, I give out lots of amphitheatres. Maybe these guys deserve a coliseum for a change. Nah, one coliseum, and the patricians are the ones who get it. Gladiatorial combat. Actor colony. Oh, they still need their schooling. I wonder if you'll get everybody. That would be awesome if you did. Come on, all the way. Sadly not. And now I'm low on employees, which is bad news for me. Jolly good. But still, lack of workers. A whole 1 employee is what we're lacking. Now, how far around do you go? This is solvable if we accept that we're not going to have houses here. Alternatively, I can just smack down 2 schools. I'm going to need 2 schools for culture anyway. I like my liberal use of the word smacking when it comes to education. What else are these fools going to need? Taxing, obviously. Like I said, I've got to balance these guys' desirability on a knife edge. Like, these fellows are going to find everything super miserable to be around, so I'll get rid of them. And honestly, they can have the library right there. Alright, this looks good. Astonishingly though, it's lack of desirability that's doing it for you. Fill out the space between you with gardens if you're so inclined. I'd rather have a statue when we're this close to the edge though. There we go. And yeah, it's time for you to grow. Now, your desirability will probably be an issue, but we'll see what happens. I find this strange. Why would you not have enough entertainment? You don't get theatre access for some reason, even though we have an actor colony here, who should by all rights be feeding this theatre. It's going to be really bad for everything if you don't get that actor access. Looks like it's working, but we still need more desirability for you, which is tricky. Thankfully, I gave myself enough leeway that I can throw down another large statue. Huh, man, Romans are so fussy, it's unbelievable. There's nothing I can't manage. Provided the loss of these gardens don't bring you right back down, and it could. That's the concern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I do have just enough. I could rearrange this and push it further up. We'll see how it goes. And surprisingly, lack of desirability around here. Can you raise taxes to 11 if you haven't already, Jake? Yeah, I could certainly raise taxes higher. Actually, unemployment is way down. I could tax them very highly. So I will. Right, these fellows. They have some things, but they don't have all things. Let's Let's give these smelly Romans some baths. Ah, that's right, I never did give them that extra god that they desire. Wait, didn't I? I guess we're showing a lot of favour to Mercury today. That'll be okay. This isn't so okay, though. Maybe I should have doubled down on the statues in the middle, but I did not. There's another solution, which is just statue this whole damn thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if that's going to be enough. It might help. They have a range of 2. It doesn't increase it by much, but it'll increase it by some. And I would really like it if you would absorb these little crappy neighbours of yours, but that might be asking too much. Especially since these little crappy neighbours have taken away quite a lot of your goods. We'll see what goes down. Gatehouses proving to be my foe here since they are so undesirable. Okay, what do you guys need now? Probably a bit of a haircut. And you guys are going to need a much more desirable place to live. Right, here's me just hoping that the area here is too undesirable for them. Stop short now. Good. Oh, better than good. Forgot there was still a well there, though. If you want to cheat in this game, right-click on a well, then hold Alt-K, and then either Alt-C for cash up to 5 grand, or Alt-V for instant victory. And I think Control-Alt-I gives an invasion, but I can't quite remember. Lovely. We're barely solving the unemployment issue, but we are solving it. And we are getting these patricians up like crazy. Still really want this thing to merge all together, so I'm going to throw down everything I can. The nice thing about increasing the desirability is that it's kind of self-fulfilling. One, you bring them just above what they need. As long as this doesn't say it's going to decline, that's good. And this guy still needs more, though. Apparently you really hate markets. Thankfully, I'm here for you. Da-da, da-da, da-da-da. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay, that's good. Now, what matters is just deleting that, bring these guys down. No, no, and excellent. Oh, that's just too good. These guys are a problem, though. That gatehouse is proving to be a bigger foe than I had possibly imagined. Not insurmountable. Am I short 1 pigs and blankets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am. Shoot. That could be a problem. Might have to readjust this faster than I thought. Oh well, I think it's going to be necessary anyway. So I've deleted 3 veg, 1 pigs and blankets. Did I say that the right way around? I get the feeling that I didn't. Oh well. 1, 2, 3. We're back up with veg. We needed 2 more pigs and blankets anyway, and this allows us to displace that wheat farm, which was getting in the way. That should bring us back up. So I can delete you and throw down a large statue again. This is how picky the Romans are. Phew. Good. Shouldn't be too far for these places to get access to employees. There are better places. In fact, I didn't need that fountain. Let's get rid of you and throw down the power of the Oracle instead. You're still off getting oil, which concerns me a little bit. I hope you get oil fast enough to make these guys happy, but part of me thinks you won't, so I'm actually going to throw down another one just to get oil. Just because oil is so much further away than everything else. It is actually at the other end, the other corner of the map. Employees needed is a concern. Why? Because of this. Now all of our young spry people are turning over the age of 50, but we can win the map pretty easily from here if we just pull out our finger with regards to population. It's not nearly high enough. And actually, as I think about it, I've just gone and used up almost all the farmland quite wastefully. Well, there's still this room. Anyway, I'm not thinking about this clearly, am I? Let's just throw all this down and see what sticks. I didn't calculate the numbers here, but I'm pretty sure I got plenty for everyone. Like I said, there's no assumption like baseless assumption. Phew. I feel for these guys, but I'll work on them later. I feel for this guy. What do I do? It's very hard to give you a bit more desirability where you are. I mean, short of pulling down one of my marketplaces, and that is not something I want to do. Don't want to lose marketplaces in a... I see it now. Large statue here should just have the range to cure your woes. It did not. But destroying this, throwing down a medium statue, and replacing the gatehouse does everything I needed it to do. Nice. I still want to make a few more of these guys, but I'm busy taxing the hell out of everyone. They love me. I can actually ease up on the taxes a wee bit, because we're going to be making plenty out of these people. 14% is reasonable. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully the undesirability of these doesn't come to bite me in the bum. These places themselves will probably struggle to get the desirability they desire. One, two, you go there. 1, 2. Should be good. They will, of course, need plenty of large statues, as they always bloomin' do. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we have the money for such. Large statues are simply superior to not large statues in every conceivable way. Don't like how I've cut this off completely, though. Feels like I'm not giving my walkers... Oh, geez, I'm really not. This is going to very negatively impact on the way that my my everybody goes to get their goods. These guys will all need plaza to make up for the lack of statues here. We'll replace the statues like so. That ain't good. That ain't good. Hopefully I didn't give these guys too much. What small tent? Oh right, the empty plots. Okay, but I have cut these guys off too much. I can change that though, I just need to get rid of you. Jinx, what brought you down? Da-da-da-da-da. That unemployment is a little worrying though, and that's not the worst of it. Still, we can deal with the worst of it later. However, thankfully now, due to having a functioning hippodrome, I can actually pull down a lot of these theatres and amphitheatres that I built up without the risk of these guys falling to pieces. Hopefully, at least. Still feel like I should have extra theatres and such, but I don't like these guys existing. I will annihilate them in the future. Jake, can we see some of your really nice London save files after this is done? I don't have any really nice London save files. Might surprise you, that does remind me to save though. Okay, I could at the very least try to bring you up a bit. Good-ish, but still a little concerning. I'll keep you like that. Oh, don't do this to me. Phew. Sometimes the game gets awfully strange and does not replace a road, but I think it did there. Getting dizzy just looking at it like that. Okay, this all looks fine. These guys... Okay, well I hoped I could place them down and get them access to everything else, but I could not. By they go. Everything looks good down here, except maybe my stockpiles of oil. I do like getting all these immigrants though. Come on, grow. I've got all this food for you and all. Oh, speaking of growing. Mercury doing that is not much of a boon. That's actually pretty bad for him. Don't like it when Mercury does that. Right, up you pop. Fussy, fussy Romans, sometimes needing double layered large statues just to bring them up. But with this, we'll have all the guys here to the level that we need them at. Which calls for something else. Calls for the governor's own palace. Looking at this, trying to calculate how you're going to flash out. You'll flash out to there, you'll flash out to here. Can't have all these people with their palaces if I don't have my own, right? Oh, read it and weep. 16 luxury Londinium palaces. Quite a lot of them still have room for a lot of people, which actually tells me that if I just wait, then I will succeed. Sadly, palaces take a long time to breed people. I'd have to speed high it, actually. But if I just make this all better, then we'll have nothing to worry about. Also drowning in money, so here you go, have statues galore. Oh, that's pretty beautiful. That even more so. I didn't actually mean to build the statues that close, that was a faux pas. I wanted them here. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Bit of a waste of space, but it is what it is. I can be pretty happy with this. So happy I could probably throw down some more marketplaces. Just to keep things stable, you know. Unemployment goes up a touch, which is why I'm glad I wrote lowered taxes, since now they'll not love me quite so much. Ah, this is so nice. You want to know what's even nicer? That tax income. Jake, your palaces look so ordered. Didn't you say you dislike efficient building patterns? What? What I don't like are when I see people using the square formation, so they just build squares like this and the whole thing just comes together like so. It's not what I like. It's a specific thing that I don't like. It's like the 9x9, fountain in the middle, houses around it, gardens in the center. I don't like that, but I love efficiency. When I was younger, I used to wish that... Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not on my watch. No sense building more than we need here. There's certainly an efficiency down here. I have more farms than I need. But I can't be bothered to sit down and count. If I could save myself some workers. What's your problem? The barber, eh? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong map mode. Well, that's okay. We have spare space here, so I'll just throw you down an extra barber. It's going to take up a total of 2 employees. I'm not going to cry over it.
This city isn't too bad.
Collecting taxes from these hard-working people almost brings a tear to my eye. But not quite.
Those tents have got to go, and so they shall. Which means I need to replace quite a few theatres. I still want perfect coverage, which means I need to delete however many I'm going to, plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need to build 15 theatres here. Because I am a madman. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Enjoy. And sure, I'll rebuild that amphitheatre, because why not? And Ceres, Neptune, Mars, Mercury, Mars again. What I'm saying is this whole block is now defunct. This is still good though. Produces all my city's furniture. Trying to say lumber there, glad I didn't. That would be a mistake. That's a mistake. Lack of oil, huh? Well, there's oil right there, so that's a market coverage problem. Which is easily solved by more markets, or just markets that work better. How strange though, because you should be serviced by all these markets and these markets. I don't know how you managed to run out of wine, or oil rather. I don't know how all of you managed to run out of oil somehow, but you did. Ah, that's right, I never rejigged my vegetable supply, so they're all busy trying to hunt down veggies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, let's not get rid of that one. I'll make it 10 and 10. Which should comfortably feed 40 houses, and I don't think we have 40 here. Oh, it's done nasty things to this, though. Oh, I'm gonna have some work ahead of me here. Oh, remember all these were so nicely 2x2'd? Well, that just went out the freaking window. And the gods are now unhappy, of course, because I dismantled some of their things. Mars especially. Mars is fuming. 2 for Mars, 1 for Ceres and Neptune. Mars, Mars. Ceres, Neptune. Small tent. Oh, right. Okay, hopefully that solves itself. Notice my population is gradually going up. It's because these are filling out. And the more they fill up with people... There's a problem here potentially with markets. As in not enough. This many patricians requires a lot of marketplaces. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh yeah. Oh right, I put down Ceres instead of Neptune. Neptune's pretty unhappy about that. Let's not risk a storm. That would be really bad because that would prevent... Oh man, you know, this was all going so well and it all just came apart here. Any more want to break down? Okay, all of my theatres. You know, it would be really funny if that caused mass devolution to the south. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, it didn't appear to have. So why do you not have wheat? Fruit? Wait, not fruit. Meat. Why do you also have... Oh. Oh. Well, this is a huge risk to my Patrician block. So, wheat, veggies, and meat. Wow, I can't believe I forgot to set those. My my whole Patrician block is in danger right now. Oh well, it's funny the way things go. Right, you can expand like that. You want your food, you have undesirability, which is good for me. Yeah, that's better. Whew. Ration Putzer says, is it wrong that I'm watching Jake only because of the soothing voice? No, that's quite alright. I mean, I highly doubt that all 364 people watching right now have ever played Caesar 3, or are even all that interested in it. Why, if all the world was so interested in Caesar 3, then that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Right, so you are already full of meat. That's not a problem. You are not full of vegetables. That is a problem. Where is your wheat? That is also a problem. Right, as expected, the devolution is coming. But it will solve itself. And we've hit the population target, which is excellent. The only thing we need is culture. And we have this set up for that. Which means I can win at any point that I want. But I want this to stabilize first, so that I can at least have a city I can sit back, look at, and go, I done good. Rather than I done goofed. What the hell was that?
A good day to you. Can I interest you in some top quality goods?
Right, you are never, ever again taking my pottery. You should be taking it from here. It's even the trade center. I am unhappy with that. Oh well. I can make do without those exports quite nicely. The lack of wheat is a bit concerning, so I'm going to throw down another wheatery. Oh, that's also concerning. Please dispatch them. Pretty please. Just charge blindly into them. And all will be well. I'll never see it coming. Jinx, they really didn't. Fish. 11 out of 16. Wolves, 12 out of 16. Stallions, 14. Rabbits, 16. Snakes, 16. Prima, nout. Well, sucks to be them. Okay, since this is pretty much stabilized. This not so much, you still got a bit of waiting on that. Good, good, back to normal. It'll take a wee while to re-establish the wheat routine. But that's okay. Jinx, I was lucky it survived as long as it did without me specifying where granaries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I miscount again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it is unbalanced. Go figure. All of my weakness in this game comes down to the fact that I just can't count, it seems. Also, this is unnecessary. So this is all glorious. Everybody except for you lives in either a grand insulae or a luxury palace. I am going to very delicately plaza this. No reaction. Then this. No reaction. I'm going to garden. No, I think I'll statue this. Getting dangerous. Okay, I will plaza this. Good. Whew. Oh, thank God. They were never going to evolve into palaces. They didn't have access to all the gods. It's not to say that that is outside of one god, one priest's reach. It just seems they don't take that path. Well, maybe it is outside their reach. Maybe. I can't be sure of that. Okay, population is amazing. We have loads of luxury palaces. Everybody lives in what they should. Prosperity is through the roof. It'll hit 100 in a moment. Favor is... hold that thought. Keep holding that thought. Favor is maxed out. The only thing we need is culture. And go figure, we haven't really been doing much in the way of culture buildings. So we're going to save the game here, safe in the knowledge that this is going to complete it. Beautiful palace block, if I dare say so myself. I like this approach, where instead of looping, you actually have the entertainers go from one side to the other. I'm going to use that more in the future. Of course, there is a senate. Naturally, I have my own palace mixed in with the best of my people. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pleb blocks. And they're not of standard shapes. Yeah, this one's okay, a bit missionary. This one is out there, but it needed to have labor access over on this island as well as here. It's kind of similar to Massilia, except not as drawn out. All the industry centralized and everybody using getting warehouses, which is not something I oft do, but I am doing it. There is room on this map for so much more. It wouldn't surprise me if you managed to get a population of 20,000-25,000 here. But this is all we're doing. We're not even capped out. A lot of these places still need more people in them. I could fast forward and get to that. But what I'm going to fast forward my way to is victory. And victory requires a lot of education. In my eyes, the weakest part of Caesar 3, the way it measures culture. It's just daft, really. Is your city cultured? I don't know. How many academies do you have? Oh, 1,000? Wow, the most cultured city in Rome. Just doesn't sit right with me. We actually have perfect coverage of theatres. Oh, wow! I very rarely see that. But I have been skimping on the... I have been skimping on the temples, so yeah, I can believe that. Da 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 da. I wonder what the cutoff is. Oh well, I'll give 3 for each god. I don't think oracles count towards this. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last up. Good old Venus. And I don't want to put you here, but I'll put you there. I wonder if that's enough. And final stretch is a need for academies. Da 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 da. Oh well, who needs food anyway? Perfect, perfect, excellent on the libraries though. Caesar's promoted you to the rank of Caesar. Why, thank you, Caesar.
By Jupiter! The savages of Britannia have never seen the likes of Londinium. Claudius the god, who showed those islanders the edge of Roman swords so long ago, is surely smiling on us.
Damn right he is. Okay, I'm really happy with how that Londinium came out. Next up is the final mission. It is not Massilia, because we did that last time. It is Lindum, extremely dangerous, and that is where we will go another day.
Our borders to the far east, the south, and the west are secure.
Yes, they are. Alright guys, hopefully Kalpa is going to take over for now. But not me. I'm out. This is the... what's this place called again? It's Lindum, right? Cheers, and cheerio.